Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the secret to staying disciplined and actually doing the hard things. Okay, I'll actually tell you right away, the secret is to use discipline as little as possible. It is so much more about setting up your life in a way that pushes you towards your goal, where you don't have to use your discipline, and then the times you need it, your discipline is there and it's ready. The first way to have enough discipline in life is to know your values. A really big reason a lot of people fail at their goals is because they're basing their goals on other people's values and not their own. They're setting a goal that they should have because society or someone close to them has said that they should, and it's not really aligned with their actual true values. Anytime we are living a life against our values, we're gonna have to work way harder at it than if it's aligned with who we are and what we believe in. If you take the time to figure out what your top values are in life and then customize, align your goals to fit those values, you're going to feel way more empowered and have to use way less discipline to get yourself to follow through. One example would be with exercise. If one of your top values is adventure, you really love adrenaline, change, new things, going to the same 5 a.m. workout class every single day is probably not gonna feel aligned with you. It's probably gonna take a lot of discipline to get yourself to go there at the same time every day, do the same thing over and over. Maybe instead you try rock climbing or some type of martial arts, something that kind of fulfills that sense of adventure. You're gonna actually want to do it, and it's gonna require way less discipline to get yourself to do it. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, actually has a really long list of core values that I will link down below. I think it's a great start to look through those, see which ones pop out to you, see if you can narrow it down to 3 to 5 and start from there. The next step for living a disciplined life is to get rid of as many choices as possible. Instead of just thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to start this habit tomorrow. Whatever your new habit or goal is, schedule it in your life. Don't ask yourself if you feel like doing it when the time comes. Don't make it a choice. If you are truly wanting to make this change, you're wanting to get up and meditate in the morning, don't give yourself the option. Don't say, if I feel like it, I will meditate. If I don't feel tired, I'll meditate. You just do it. You get rid of that choice. I think this has to be a little bit more hardcore in the beginning. Once it becomes a habit, you're not gonna be faced with this choice, but the more times you give yourself the options, you're just testing your discipline in the very beginning when it's still getting set into place. So let's say you're trying to cut out dairy, but you're not fully committed to it. So you're saying, well, I'll just try to have less dairy. Then every single time you're presented with dairy at a coffee shop, a restaurant, at a friend's house, you're gonna have to ask yourself, okay, do I wanna cut it out this time or am I leaving it in? There's so much more ambiguity. You're gonna have the discipline every single time to say no. Whereas if you just commit to that choice, I'm not having dairy this week, there's no choice. If they ask you, you just say no. You already have decided it. You just go along with it. Whatever your new habit or goal is, try to plan out as much of it as you can in advance. Make it as easy as possible, as frictionless as possible. Know where you're going to do it, who you're gonna go with, what you're gonna wear. Take as many choices out of it as possible so that it is the easiest for you to just follow through. Also, in the beginning of setting up some new discipline or habit, it can be really helpful to utilize external accountability. The goal is down the road that you'll have the internal accountability. You'll have the habit, the discipline to follow through with whatever it is. But in the beginning, if you're having a hard time showing up for yourself, if you set a date with yourself and then just don't do it, which is something I've done in a lot of different areas of life, recruit someone that you trust to help you. Tell someone what you're doing, someone who's going to hold you accountable. For example, something that has worked for me was reaching out to my sister-in-law and telling her if I didn't meet this goal, if I didn't go to the gym 5 times this week, I would have to pay her $50 the next week. The trick to this is it has to be someone who will actually hold you accountable, not someone who will just let you off easy and not make you pay them $50. It's very important who you pick, but she did great. And every day I would send her a gym selfie so she knew I was there, and that worked really well. And I think that's a good way to just kind of jumpstart a new habit. If you're having trouble showing up for yourself, you might show up with someone else. Another way of doing this is to do it with someone. Now you have to find someone else who wants to do whatever it is you're trying to do. But maybe you sign up for a 5K with a friend and you don't want to let them down. So you're actually gonna show up and do the trainings. If they're counting on you, you're less likely to not show up. And finally, I think one of the most underrated parts of living a disciplined life is building in times of rest into your schedule. We are human beings, not robots. We need time to rest and chill and let ourselves just be. And those times of rest are so important for our willpower, our discipline. If you are constantly burning the candle at both ends, it's gonna get harder and harder to do the things you said you want to do. I've been learning a lot about Taoism lately, and one important concept in Taoism is yin and yang and the balance of the two. Yang refers to the more aggressive, masculine, productive things in life, whereas yin is more of the feminine, the restful, the calm. We need both. We need a balance of both. If we are out of whack, if we are all yang and no yin, or all yin and no yang, we're gonna suffer in some way. So we do need that yang side, that hustle, that rise and grind, getting stuff done. That is important. That feels good. We need that. But it is just as important that we also take the time to have yin, to relax, to let our brains unwind. We need quiet times to process literally the life around us. If we get out of balance, that is when we start to experience burnout. If we're running on yang all the time and there's no yin to restore us, we're gonna run out of steam. This is actually something I'm working on right now. I'm in a very busy season of life and it's good, but it's a very yang season of life. So I am trying to incorporate yin intentionally when I can. A few ways of doing that is, one, shortening my workouts at the gym so that I have 10 minutes of mindful stretching at the end. Usually I just go in, do my weightlifting, don't even stretch, and then leave, which is not great. So what I'm trying to do now is shorten it a little bit so that I have time to then sit. I'll listen to meditative music and just stretch, kind of check in with my body, try to have some time of just calm at the end of my workout. And then I'm also adjusting my goals to include days off. Not that I was going to the gym 7 days a week before or something, but prioritizing that rest day also as part of the goal. It's not just that I want to go to the gym 5 days a week. I want to go to the gym 5 days a week and have 2 really good rest days, making those just as important as the gym days. And then another way is prioritizing a good nighttime routine and getting the right amount of sleep, taking naps when I need them. Sleep is so restorative and it's the first thing to go when we get busy, but it's so necessary and for our health and our well-being. So I am prioritizing that in my life for sure. After adding in more times of yin or rest, we're gonna feel more ready for the challenges. We're gonna feel more yang and have more stores of discipline to pull from when we need to. Finally, I think we need to evaluate why we want discipline in whatever area of life we want more discipline in. We're so easily influenced, all of us, by what we see, and sometimes just watching someone's 5 a.m. morning routine might make us feel oh, I need to do that. They're so disciplined. I think discipline is more about being proactive and being in control of the part of our lives we can control, which is just ourselves, our actions, our thoughts. Kind of you're holding the reins instead of just trying to react to everything life's throwing at you. If you have discipline, then you are able to set forth your plan, follow your path, and make your own decisions for your life. Okay, that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know what you think, how you build discipline in your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.